watch that. Watch this.
Well, what do you mean by this? Oh, well, this is my channel. Welcome to it. And if you guys do really enjoy it, you can go in, you can click the share button. That really, really helps the algorithm. Go to Twitter, Facebook, Blogger. I don't even know what the crap that is. Reddit, all the stuff. So if you do love that, we also have a join button. You go in, you click the little join button. $4.99 a month. You get all the cool, awesome emojis. Now, enjoy the video. If you aren't following William Shatner on Twitter, you really, really should. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. And, well, we've got some announcements from Star Trek's Twitter page and some other interesting finds. Oh, yeah. So, coming soon is Star Trek Day. Is this, I take it, going to replace the whole Star Trek Discovery? It's not just Discovery, it's the whole entire Star Trek Las Vegas major massive convention that they moved from the summer to December. They're probably going to push it back. That's going to be my guess, because this looks like this is where we're going to get all of our information, pretty much anything we need to know about season 4 of Discovery, if that's going to happen, that whole Pike series. A lot of stuff, a lot of cast members here, a lot of people are invited. You know who wasn't invited? Marina Sirtis, Deanna Troi. I suppose my invitation got lost in the mail. Gee, it's Deanna Troi. What do you have against Deanna Troi? Is it because she worked on that nasty and far superior show to modern Star Trek, The Orville? I wonder. My Zoom is off. That's okay. We're going to leave it in. It's funny. I suppose my invitation got lost in the mail. You know who else might not have been invited? And this is a doozy. William Shatner may also not have gotten invited. And here you go. He's talking about this. Now, why do I say he might not have gotten invited? He's saying...
What? William Shatner's not invited?
Apparently not. I hear a voice.
That does it. Okay, that's it. That's it.
Is that how you come? Is that how we get back to Earth?
Yeah, that's how we get back to Earth. That's what you're not inviting Shatner.
It doesn't look like it.
Star Trek Day.
No.
How do you have a Star Trek convention and not invite Shatner?
I don't know.
Tell me.
That's what it looks like. Well, he's saying they have Takei and Will Wheaton.
I stole this hat from Samuel L. Jackson's collection. That's why it doesn't fit very well.
That's okay. Yeah. They say, well, they have George Takei and Will Wheaton booked to celebrate the day. That should cover everything.
Shouldn't you tell people who I am?
Who are you? Why are you here? How did you break through the portal?
I'm Rob Robot Shlomo from Midnight Station After Dark, and I was just getting some Mexican food at Santiago. And I overheard walking by and overheard that, because you can see this is actually a portal. This is a transdimensional portal. This isn't just the we're not playing Battlezone here. With the tank and looking through the view. How do we not have all ruined our eyes from that?
I don't know.
But anyway, how can you not invite William Shatner?
Very simply. Here, I'm trying to set up so they can see it too, because you're half on screen, half not. So here, we'll just do that.
Half am I on screen? They have George Takei and Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton. Hey, did you hook up with Whoopi Goldberg on the show? All the time.
Booked to celebrate the day. That should cover every... Oh my. They have George Takei and Will Wheaton. Oh, but Bill, you big blowhard, you're not invited. Ooh. Really? What? Okay, now this begs the question. What did Shatner do?
Well, he's been tweeting against a lot of this stuff. So they have this whole visit StarTrek.com, your favorite captains and crew members here that they're playing, which I don't really want to play. They've left out all the Kelvin stuff, though.
Yeah.
They have. He also took a little bit of a shot at Lower Decks today, which is fascinating and wonderful.
I don't think I saw that.
Feel about Lower Decks. It's in this thread as well. You mean a basement? We don't have many basements in LA.
Shat.
That might be why they didn't invite him. Maybe if they did. But this just kind of goes with the whole rift that they had at Star Trek Las Vegas. If you remember when we were there,
Oh,
we had
yeah.
this new
Oh,
crew
yeah.
that
I
was all
remember.
about diversity and inclusion and yada yada. Nobody cares.
We're the most diverse cast in Star Trek history. We're so diverse that we make diversity look diverse.
It doesn't seem like they are inviting some of their old traditional, like the people who started it all. Not only that, did you see the poster? Did you see the poster that they removed him from? Let me find it.
Yeah. It's bad enough they made Mikey Sue Spock bigger than Shatner, the guy who started everything.
Yeah, in this picture. So she's got a giant, and he's like teeny tiny behind him there.
There's a
And he even
handsome
had
fellow.
to zoom it in. He even had to zoom it in. He's so tiny behind her that he's barely even in there.
I have to point out that I'm higher than you on the poster. Oh my.
CBS All Access. Are these the ones who have me blocked?
No.
Oh, they didn't. Oh.
You have not been blocked.
I thought they had me blocked. They did for a little bit, I think. And then they might have had a change of heart, maybe. I don't know. But he says, may I make a really small change to this, Alex Kurtzman? And he just removes himself entirely.
Oh man.
Because he was super, super duper teeny tiny back there behind Michael Burnham. And
They've really actually cut the budget. They have a pizza cutter instead of the Discovery.
the USS Pizza Cutter. Pizza for all, or none, or some, or most.
This is, I mean, it's not not surprising. There's a rift in the Star Trek community, especially among the actors, because like you said, remember Roxanne Dawson? Hey, we didn't make a big deal out of being diverse. We just were. Mm-hmm. John Billingsley. Hey, my character was the first to have a wife and a husband, or whatever he said.
We've always had that. I mean, what about this? And that's what the Dax clip would play, and it doesn't want to, and it will. Keep talking while I find it.
The sheer hubris of the Stream Deck not to play that Dactus, and that's
What do you want?
That's
see.
sheep.
Now this is
There
there
they
you
are.
go. See, now what a transition from sheep to hey, oh my, ooh, yes.
Again, inclusion and diversity.
Inclusion-
Their
Hey,
whole problem
hey,
now.
hey,
The
hey.
problem with the new. So I guess we gotta. Do you want to talk about the non-binary binar characters that they have now, where you can't act anymore? You have to have everything completely literal. Well, I don't know how to address them.
Pull them up.
Them. I don't.
The thems.
See. Here's the thing.
I would.
Can they act? Are they anything other than the label at this point? Because
No.
that's what it comes down to.
trying to score points. They're trying to score points, is what it is.
I'm gonna pull it up here. Keep talking.
They're trying to fill out their Wokemon cards. Do you still have that loaded?
Wokemon. Oh, it'll take a while to pull. Well, you're here. You could say here.
Wokemon.
Human soundboard.
Gender fluid.
Here you go. A Star Trek Discovery makes franchise trans non-binary characters. Well, see, here's how they're marketing. They're marketing them as characters when, in fact, they're just hiring actors who are no longer acting anymore and playing exactly what they are. Now, I pointed out something, and I think you tweeted it. Is it hiring based on gender and orientation, or
Yes.
isn't that actually discriminatory?
Yes, it is.
So you're toting out these poor people based on this superficial, so we've got the first non whatever. Let me put it bigger than me
I
here.
feel like I'm a weatherman for the worst.
For the worst.
the worst local news broadcast ever.
That's my fault. Here you go. Makes franchise history with the first trans non-binary characters, but they're being played by. See, now here's the thing. A lot of the people who are upset with us pointing out all the characters in the past on Star Trek, and if you go through this thread, you're gonna probably find all kinds of corrections here, like the cogenitor episode, or what was the other episode? Outcast from Star Trek The Next Generation, where they were a species of asexual characters that...
And Riker wants to go do the giggity with one of them.
Yeah, and this character ended up, trying, I guess, identifying as female-ish.
She wanted to identify as female, and they actually had her gender reprogrammed so that she would be neutral against her wish, against her will. And, let me tell you something. You pat yourself on the back.
Yeah. Are we a joke to you? Well, the people who support this actually see that, and they say they don't count because the actors aren't. The actors were whatever the actors were, probably heterosexual females.
Remember that bit in Saturday Night Live with the master thespian? Acting! That's...
You can't do that anymore. You can't, can we, how are we supposed to take this seriously as anything but a pander? I mean, do these characters have names?
No.
Do these characters have a purpose?
No.
Do these characters have any reason to be on the ship and for us to, in the future, give one crap about how they identify? Because in the world of Star Trek, this would be, like Robert Meyer Burnett pointed out, right? Robert Meyer Burnett, who did the documentaries for Next Generation and has interviewed all the cast and crew multiple times, very intelligent man, he pointed out that, and he's absolutely right, if you wanted to change genders, it would be an in and out thing. You would just get a little scanner waved over you and it'd be done. Nobody would care because it would be so normalized and a non-issue, because that's what the progressivism of Star Trek always was. So the fact that they have to go out of their way right now to go in and what? You want a cookie? You want a pat on the back because you're doing something that Star Trek has always done?
They would have it to the point where it's an outpatient procedure.
Oh, yeah. It would be. It's like no different than Deanna Troi going and changing her DNA to be a Romulan.
There was good point. There was a joke, actually, Woody Allen used to tell in the 60s.
Or was it her DNA? It was just, it was like a plastic surgery. It wasn't the DNA, but...
There was a joke Woody Allen used to tell in the 60s when he used to do stand-up. He goes, the host of a party was there in red velvet pants. He flew overseas to have a sex change operation 6 times. He couldn't come up with anything he liked. So that's, I mean...
And we're not saying anything negative about these actors, because I'm sure, whatever they're... I want them to be more than just a checkbox on this token diversity stuff. Because look at what happened with John Boyega recently. With John Boyega coming out and slamming Disney for saying that, people of color or... people of minorities, including transgender,
they parade
LGBT.
them around like a bunch of purse puppies.
Yeah, you just have them there just to check a box, and they don't know what to do with them, and that's what I do not like.
What was Tig Notaro's name on Discovery?
Jet Reno.
Okay, I'm surprised you remember that.
That's only because it was so weird. It was such an odd name, and I played Timelines, so I remember a lot of weird names I wouldn't normally play because I remember trying to get their characters.
What's Wheelchair Man's name?
He doesn't have one.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, the guy in Discovery who has a wheelchair. He doesn't have a name.
Again, we always point to Wheelchair Man. He's Wheelchair Man. And all the little dips and all the little ledges and all the ridges and stuff that the wheelchair would get stuck on. I mean, apparently the Americans with Disabilities Act is no longer a thing in the 23rd century. Yeah, it just is. He would be a liability. And you think that in the 23rd century, when they can cure paralysis, that this guy wouldn't have to be in a wheelchair. No thanks, I'm good. I like doing my Charles Xavier impression.
Maybe he does. Maybe we're judging.
I really admire Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Don't worry about it, guys. No, I'm pretty sure he said I'm pretty sure he'd be saying, "Get me out of this thing." Listen, I'm not knocking people with disabilities, but like I said,
I want them to be more. This is Star Trek. This is where you do this in a way that makes sense, and to regress that much to a point where it matters. This stuff is so beyond mattering in Star Trek because people have realized that there are aliens out there and little superficial things that make your life better, that make you, I get it. If you really, really want to be something that you're not born as, I can't identify 100% personally, but I have nothing against that. And you do you, and I hope everybody is happy. I hope these 2 actors are happy and well utilized. I do not want to see tokenism just paraded out for these articles.
Even though they had Jet Reno, Tig Notaro, Jet Reno, like they just trotted her out for a couple episodes. She didn't have a very big part. Oh, here's our token gay character. Goodbye. Thank you. We just checked the box. And I hate to see these poor actors and actresses being taken advantage of.
But at least
because that's what it is. They're going to be taken advantage of.
Because this is what they do in Star Trek. Look at what they do with Mikey.
This is it. Do you
remember the clip? Here's where we're going to probably insert that and go in and make a pass after the fact and put the little clip of Alex Kurtzman saying,
the goal is not really to promote Star Trek, but to promote these organizations and to use our platform to be able to bring greater awareness to these very, very important messages and places.
A way to tell stories that made you think about moral decisions like, would an android have a soul if it has free will? And do we actually own this thing, right? This android. Is it a thing or is it a person with data?
Is it property?
They didn't understand that in Picard. They don't understand the actual moral dilemma. They just have this ideology, this religion of ideology, that they aren't quite capable of understanding. And Star Trek is really, really the place where you need people a little bit smarter than the Alex Kurtzmans and your Gilmore Girls sort of level of storytelling. You need some actual hardcore science fiction writers. Hello, Michael Burnham.
She has something to say.
No, she doesn't.
No, you're right, she doesn't. New from Ronco, it's the Mikey Spock in action figure with 0 points of articulation. Do not hold near open flame.
So yeah, follow William Shatner on Twitter.
Yeah.
Let's yeah. Can we get back to where we're a little bit smarter and realize things like happenstance and intention and
well, we can. It's called the Orville.
And that's where you do it. Star Trek, be more like the Orville. Be more like the one with the Family Guy, that guy who had Brian eat Stewie's dirty diaper. Be more like that guy's show. Only the good one in space. Be more like Family Guy, for crying out loud. At least it'd be more intelligently written than Lower
I've got
Decks. Lower Decks.
Ooh, this is the new shuttle with the blast shield. It's a blast shield. It's a blast shield. And it comes down and it goes up. Blast shield.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else to say.
You realize the blast shield goes up and it goes down.
It's a blast shield. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.